Hello, I am Day, a woman in recovery from loss, grief, trauma, and addiction. I have found that in my years of active recovery, that upon waking, it is useful for me to affirm and devote myself to the me of my recovery, the one who ties all of the pieces of me together gently and lovingly to face each day. With these daily affirmations, reflections, and devotions, walk with me on the journey of renewal and self reflection. And remember that you are not alone. Daily Reflections. This is the book of reflections by AA members for AA members. Fair Use, January 4th. Excuse me. Begin where you are. We feel that elimination. I will start again. We feel that elimination of our drinking is but a beginning. A much more important demonstration of our principles lies before us in our respective homes, occupations, and affairs. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 19. It is usually pretty easy for me to be pleasant to the people in an AA setting. While I'm working to stay sober, I'm celebrating with my fellow AAs our common release from the hell of drinking. It's often not so hard to spread glad tidings to my old and new friends in the program. At home or at work, though it can be a different story, it is in situations arising in both of those areas that the little day-to-day frustrations are most evident, and where it can be tough to smile or reach out with a kind word or an attentive ear. It's outside of the AA rooms that I face the real test of the effectiveness of my walk through AA's 12 steps. Fair use. Courage to change. One day at a time in Al-Anon. January 4th. When I first found Al-Anon, I was desperate and lonely. I yearned for the serenity that others in the meeting so obviously possessed. When members shared about the tools that had worked for them, I paid close attention. Here is what I heard. Go to meetings and share when you can. Work all the steps, but not all at once. Start with step 1, get a sponsor. Read some Al-Anon literature every day. Use the phone to reach out between meetings. Gradually, I took each of these suggestions and began to see real changes in my life. I began to believe my life could amount to more than a string of painful days to be survived. Now, I had resources that helped me to deal with even the most difficult situations. I came to see that with the help of my higher power, I could handle anything that came to pass and even grow as I did so. In time, the tools and principles of the program helped me gain the serenity I had long desired. Today's reminder, Al-Anon gives me tools I can use to achieve many goals, including serenity, sanity, and detachment with love. And Al-Anon members who share their experience, strength, and hope show me how to put these tools to work in my life. Daily vigilance will turn out to be a small price to pay for my peace of mind. The dilemma of the alcoholic marriage. Just for today, daily meditations for recovering addicts. Narcotics Anonymous. Fair use, January 4th. The love of the love of the fellowship. Today, secure in the love of the fellowship, we can finally look another human being in the eye and be grateful for who we are. Basic text, page 92. When we were using, few of us could tolerate looking someone in the eye. We were ashamed of who we were. Our minds were not occupied with anything decent or healthy, and we knew it. Our time, money, and energy weren't spent building loving relationships, sharing with others, or seeking to better our communities. We were trapped in a spiral of obsession and compulsion that went only in one direction, downward. In recovery, our journey down that spiral path has been cut short. But what is it that has turned us around, drawing us back upward into the open spaces of the wide, free world? The love of the fellowship has done this. In the company of other addicts, we knew we would not be rejected. By the example of other addicts, we were shown how to begin taking a positive part in the life around us. When we were unsure which way to turn, when we stumbled, when we had to correct a wrong we'd done, we knew our fellow members were there to encourage us. Slowly, we've gotten the feel of our freedom. No longer are we locked up in our disease. We are free to build and grow and share along with everyone else. And when we need support to take our next step, it is there. The security we found in the love of the fellowship has made our new lives possible. Just for today, I can look anyone in the eye without shame. I am grateful for the loving support that has made this possible. Today, Emotions Anonymous, Fair Use, January 4th. Reflection for today. It was a relief to stop blaming myself for failing to do the impossible. It felt good to say, I can't. Admitting I was powerless, as step 1 suggests, released me from the painful chore of being responsible for the world and everyone in it. I do have a power, a higher power, who supports me as I make changes to better my life and become a better person, and who gives me directions for the way to remain powerless over things and other people. Meditation for today. Help me to realize your will for me and others is wiser than mine. I'm going to repeat that one. Meditation for today. Help me to realize your will for me and others is wiser than mine. Today, I will remember powerlessness is not weakness, it is reality. Fair use. Daily affirmations, strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. January 4th. False self. The mind developed the laundry list traits or the false self to survive. Big Red Book, XXVI. Many of us were born into a hostile world. Instinctively, we learned to sense danger. We were caught in the family story and played our part, doing what we had to do to survive. We couldn't be our genuine selves, who we were meant to be. We molded our personality that could change at the drop of a hat, adapting to any situation. It took a lot of skill to survive, and our false self kept us safe in childhood. Before ACA, most of us didn't know we had carried this false self into adulthood. As we gained new awareness, it helped us notice the constant barrage of negative thoughts our false self gave off. It seemed the 14 traits were part of our DNA. As we move forward with courage, we use meetings and recovery friends as support. Our literature informs us and remodels our thinking. The steps help us find who we truly are. We know the traits were an important part of our early survival, but now they are holding us back. Standing at the crossroads, we choose to allow our inner child to come out of hiding. We become our true self. As we recover, the traits begin to soften to a point where they lose their hold on us. On this day, I will remember how far I have come. I treasure the self-knowledge I've gained in ACA that no longer gives me false self-power. Please subscribe, like, share, and most of all, be the you that you are created to be.